over here. Okay, ready? What'd you say? No, I know, Mom. I could go cook something. No. It's okay.
We're wasting all the film.
No. Are you interested in starting pottery but nervous that it might be too hard? Well, today I'll teach you the basics. My parents, complete beginners just like you, are going to learn the simple steps of throwing on the wheel. Keep watching to see how they do and figure out if pottery is for you too. Alright, so this is my mom and this is my dad. And to start off, I'm going to give them a demo. That way they can see how it's done before they go off on their own. And then after that, I'll have one of them in the room with me, and then the other one I'll have step out. And they're going to have 2 tries. I'm going to give them each 2 balls of clay. The first one, I'll kind of help them with it, but the second one's all them. And then we'll switch out parents. And then we'll see how they do at the end. For the demo, I have the steps behind me. We've got 6 of them. We start with centering, then we poke, open, compress, pull, and shape. Shaping might be a little difficult. If we get to it, we get to it. If not, we don't. So you're gonna start. When you do, no, you don't. It's okay. It's okay. So when you're doing this, you want to make sure that you're like as close to the wheel as possible. Your legs are gonna kind of hug this bin right here, and then you're gonna take your clay, your ball of clay, and you're going to hold it with both your hands. Lean your entire body over it, so you're looking like directly into the center, and then you're just gonna slam it in the center and give it a couple hits down. Then you're going to get your clay nice and wet. You're going to make sure your hands are nice and wet. You're going to put the wheel forward. Some water. So centering, right now, if I'm holding this clay, my hands are moving, my shoulders are moving, it's not centered. So my goal is to get it directly in the middle of the wheel. So what you're going to do is you're going to take your left hand, you're going to go flat on the bat like this. Again, always keep your elbows locked into your hips or on the inside of your legs. Something just where it's going to take core strength, so you need your whole body engaged. So left hand flat down, and you're going to lean your entire body over, and I'm going to use my shoulder to kind of like push forward into it. I'm going to push directly into the center of the clay. Imagine like 1 o'clock, like right here. You're going to bring your left hand in, kind of like hold around here. And again, my elbows are always locked into me. So now I'm pushing in with my left, but I'm also pushing down with my thumb. And you can kind of overlock your thumbs over top of each other. You're going to add more water, make sure your hands are nice and wet. You're going to make a pointer with your right hand. Again, my elbows are locked into my body at some point, and I'm just going to lay over the very middle and make a little divot. Right now I'm making a target for where I should poke. So now I'm going to push down for about 2 or 3 seconds. So 1, 2, 3, and then I'm slowly releasing my finger. It's stuck. And then I'm going to stop the wheel. You guys are going to stop the wheel. And I'll check your depth for you just to make sure that you have a big enough bottom. I just do that by sliding my needle tool in there. And then that's about how much clay I have in the bottom. So that's step 1 and step 2, which is center and poke. And now we're on to the third step, which is opening. So I'm going to have you guys fill up your hole with water, like this, like that. And then you're going to make a hook with your hand, but you're not going to hook it all the way. Like, if you were to do that, there'd be clay that fill in here, and this would be really thin in your wall. I'm trying to show that too. So you're just going to hook at this first knuckle, just like that. And then you're going to make sure your hands are wet. This hand too. You're going to go straight in, touch the bottom, but don't push down on the bottom. And then you're going to flick this thumb up, and you can pull straight open to your, pull straight to your belly button. This is going to take some force, just like the centering did. So now that we're open about 2 or 3 inches on the inside, you're going to take this, or you're going to get all the water out of there. So just squeeze it out, put the water in there. You're going to take this rib. You're going to hold the long side in your right hand like this. All 4 fingers are going to go on the front, and your thumb's going to go on the back. And you're going to work on the right side of your clay. When you're doing this, you're going to want to hold this really tightly. The clay's going to want to rip it out of your hand. And remember, 45-degree angle. This point should be towards you, but keep this as flat as possible. So you're going to ride along the wall. And then once you get down there, you're just going to press really hard. And then now you can see that the bottom is all one even layer, and it has this little, the 90-degree angle between the wall and the base. Now that we are compressed, we're going to move on to step 5, which is pulling the walls. And for that, you're going to add more water, and you're also going to slow the wheel down to 50%. When you're pulling, I'm going to have you guys do the first pull. You're going to use your 2 middle fingers. And this first one, you're going to keep your left hand on the inside. Keep it straight. Don't move this one. Just keep it there like a brick wall. And you're just going to slide this clay up into your fingers. just for the first one. So elbows locked. My whole body is over the top, and I'm pushing very slowly. And I just like moved that up into my finger, and I didn't move this hand. When you're when you're pulling especially, move real slow as you're going up. Otherwise, you'll end up with like a twist or like a spiral on your wall. Now that we did that first pull, all our other pulls, you're going to come down here. You're going to make a little indent down here. Just like that. Add some more water. And then for this, you're going to come on either side, and now you're going to do a pinching movement. So before it was just pushing, and now you're going to pinch them together very lightly. Don't pinch too much, otherwise you'll put your fingers through the whole thing and the whole wall will come off. You're going to pinch a little bit, and you're going to pull up your hands at the same length. Your elbows should always be touching your body. Hinge at your elbows and like shrug your shoulders up, but don't get too tense and like shaky. For this one, just let your body kind of be calm. And I overlap my thumbs so that my hands are like connected. And so I'm pinching on both sides. And then, so because I have a base in here, this finger, they're going to look like this on the wall. So like my lower hand is going to be below. But so I'm kind of like pushing up bubble clay, and this one's like guiding, like spreading the clay out. So that's what's happening. So pushing in on both hands. And then my elbows are locked. And I'm going to pull it up. Now, it just got really wobbly on the top because I had one of my sides was thicker than the others. So I'm just going to take this and what is that? It's a needle tool. If this happens, I'll do this part for you. Ooh.
You're making it worse.
Thanks, Mom. So now I added some height, but see, we still have this big skirt of clay down here, so I'm going to make a divot one more time. That you won't have to deal with that. You'll have a bat. So we want the walls to be like maybe 1/4 of an inch thickness. I still have pretty uneven amount of clay, so my lip is going to actually do that one more time after this pull. So I'm pinching and slowly moving upwards. Ooh. And very gently pull up again. Once you get to the lip, pause and like take your hands off very slowly. Always remove your hands real slowly from there. I'm just kidding. Now step 5, that was pulling. And now you can shape it. So in order to shape, I'll show you a few ways. So if I want like a wider belly and then go into like a skinnier neck and maybe a tiny flare, what I'm going to do for the wider belly is I'm just going to, both hands are always touching the clay, but I'm just going to push out with my inside hand. Wow, he's so wobbly. I'm going to push out with my inside hand, and my right hand's there going to be there to support. So I'm pushing here, always starting at the bottom, and then I'm like moving my finger up on the inside as I go.
No, you can see that.
And then I'm going to stop like right there because I want my thing to kind of come in a little bit. And then for this one, this is called collaring. So I'm going to make like kind of like a triangle. So there's going to be, my thumbs are down here and my fingers are up here. I'm going to like kind of follow up, and then where I wanted to start going, I'm just going to very gently squeeze. And then this should make it a little tinier. Make it a little skinny right there.
Wow.
And then in order to continue, I can like, so I'm going to start my fingers, I'm going to grab under right here. So like I'm like putting my finger under, like where this biggest part is. And then I'm going to take my outside hand this time and now push in. Make maybe a longer neck. And then I can go back and color again. Like this. For like a flare, you kind of just keep your hands right supporting all the time. And then I'm going to like pinch like this and just bring out. So I'm going to support the underside and then whoop, just like that. That is scientific term, by the way.
Whoop.
Whoop.
Now, once you're happy with how your clay looks, stop. It's really easy to overwork clay. So once you're happy with how it looks, just be done. You can go ahead, clean up the edges, like the outside. This stuff that gets in your hands is called slip. So you can clean that up with your sponge. And then if you have like water on the inside, just put your sponge down in there, soak that all up. Water, when water's sitting, when the clay isn't spinning, it will deteriorate your pot. So if you let all the water inside of there, it's just, you're going to have a really soggy, mushy bottom. And it's not going to be used for anything. So, and then I'm done. Oh, I'm just kidding. And then I'm going to clean up this foot just a tiny bit. You don't have to. This is optional. I recommend it, though. And then, there. You're all finished. Wow. Any questions? Can I go first? Sure. I do want to mention though, if your piece is wild, like mine's wobbly, right? We saw that. She's wiggling,
Mm-hmm.
but you can't really notice when it stopped. Your piece isn't going to be rotating 24/7, so it's okay if she wobbles because she'll be okay when she's on the shelf, you know.
Yep.
And then it's like you can like pick the good side and bad side. All right, so I sent my dad out of the room. He's not gonna watch. He's gonna do something else. And then that way he doesn't have unfair advantage when it comes. Not a competition, but we just want to see how they both do.
I'm gonna win.
No, it's not a competition. Okay, so scoot yourself all the way forward first of all. Like not just the chair, your butt. Like move. So.
I'm old.
Okay, and then you have to, just slam it like right in the middle, right there. Okay, good. Yeah, and then slap it down a couple times. Okay, start your wheel. Why'd you just start your wheel? You're going to need a lot more water than that. So you have to remember, take your sponge and just, perfect. And then you're going to want to dip your hand. That's enough. You're going to want to dip your hands in here as well. No, both your hands. Just don't come. There you go. All the way. Put the speed all the way forward.
Oh.
All the way. And then take your foot off. Nope.
Wait.
No.
So fast.
Take your foot off. Take your foot off. Okay. Mom. All right. So stop. Stop. Let go.
I don't know how to stop.
So.
Slow it down. Slow it down. Slow it down. Slow.
Okay. So you're not listening to anything I said.
I'm sorry.
Don't touch the clay. Let me explain. Okay. So you're going to need.
Slow it down. Yeah.
You're going to need to lock your elbows into your hips, remember?
Yeah, I was trying.
Like down
And then
here.
you said it's turning on full force. I was just like trying to.
Push with just your left hand first. Push in towards like right here. Lock your elbow. Your elbow. There. You're getting it. You're getting it. And then, Okay, you had it for a second. All right. Okay, and slow down.
You got control.
No, you.
Oh, son of a.
Okay, I'll fix it. I'll fix it. Stop touching, Mom. Stop. I'll fix it. It's okay.
It's like everywhere.
Oh, you don't listen. You're a bad listener.
I'm not a bad listener.
Yeah, you are. You were so confident. She was pretty cocky coming into this. But you need this to be at least a little faster.
Wow.
Yeah.
Why?
Elbows.
Oh, it hurts my hands. Hold on. Slow down.
No.
Oh, gosh. Ow, my hands. They're so bad. Oh, son of a mother.
Okay.
That's
Stop.
Mary.
Stop. Let go.
Son of a mother
Let go.
is
Just
Mary.
stop touching. Stop touching.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Because you're sensitive. Let me just finish it
No,
up for
I'm
you.
doing great. Look how amazing.
It's
Isn't it something?
yeah. Okay. Okay. So now you're gonna poke. So remember, your clay has to be wet, and you're gonna use your finger first.
Yeah.
No, like this. No, like this. Grab your hand. You're like so okay. Yeah, there, and just right in the center. Perfect. Okay, that's enough. That's enough. And then now you poke straight down. Okay, that's good. Stop. Remember, when you take your hands off, very slowly take your hands off. Now let me check your depth. My goodness, you're a very bad listener.
I'm trying.
Okay, you're good depth.
It goes really fast.
So don't ever put your hands on the clay before you start the wheel. Okay? You don't have to poke down anymore. Now you're going to open. You remember how to do that? You're gonna yeah, so your finger like this and grab your thumb and put directly back towards your belly button. Directly back. Just you're pulling. Why is your hand straight? Mom, take your hands off. Take your hands off. Make a hook with your finger. Just this one. So do this. Now just hook this. And you're going to pull it directly towards your belly button.
Like that.
Yeah. Okay, why are you pushing with this hand?
I don't know. I don't know what.
Because now you're already, okay. All right. No, stop. Don't take your hands off that fast. All right, there. Okay, yep. You kind of fixed it. All right, so now you're going to have to let go. You're going to have to let go. And you take your hands off too fast again. Do you see how that happens? So clay is elastic, and it's always going to want to go back to its last form. So when you take your hands off so fast, stop. Why would you do that? Mom! We're on to step 4, which is compress. We're going to take this, 4 fingers in the front, a thumb in the back, hold it really tightly. Nope. So you're going to hold it like this, remember? You're going to go straight in. This is going to be flat on the bottom. Mom, I'm holding this with 4 fingers in the front and my thumb in the back. And I'm going to hold this straight in front of me like this. I'm looking at the flat edge. And then I'm going to tip this. Look at me. Stop touching your clay. Like a child. And you're going to point this directly to you at about a 45-degree angle. This is what's going to make your base flat. So you want this to be level the whole time, okay? So go ahead. You have to push on the bottom. Oh, okay. Don't push out. Don't push out. Just push down. Okay, okay. All right, slowly lift up. Let's see how you did. Slowly lift up. Yeah, that's pretty good. We'll call that good. Okay. Now what's the next step?
Open.
No, we just compressed.
Pull.
Yep. So now, do you remember the first?
This way.
Yep. But what's the first pull going to look like? You're just scooping the clay onto your fingers, onto these fingers. So these fingers are going on the inside. You can add water again. These fingers on the inside, but don't move these fingers. You're just pushing the clay with your right hand onto your left fingers. And don't move just let this stay on the inside. Let go. Just let go. Just let go. Just let go. So what you did there was you didn't listen to anything I said. Look at me. Your first pull. You should keep these fingers straight up and down. But what you did instead was you were just pulling up. And that's why you made a bowl shape. You widened it. But right now, we're not going for shape. We're going for height. So keep your fingers like right here. And then, no! Okay, so this one's just going to have to be a bowl. And this is, okay. All right, slow down. Stop, 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 stop. You can't push out too far. Okay, don't do that. This looks fine. This looks good.
No, it's not here.
Okay, don't push out so far, Mom.
I suck at this.
That's, Mom. So remember when I said, when you like it, stop?
I don't like it.
No, but it looks good, so you should like it. Mom, for the first one, this is good. And you're gonna have nothing if you keep going. You have to stop. Mom, seriously. You're gonna overwork the clay. I can tell. Mom. It's gonna like go. Stop taking your hand off so fast. Okay, all right. Don't push too hard on the wall. Okay, and it's good. And that can be. Don't touch. That can be good right there. Don't touch it. Just don't touch it. We're just gonna clean up your bottom a little. Here. Okay, and then don't touch anything.
I feel like I didn't pull very well.
You didn't, because you didn't listen to anything I was saying while I was trying to talk to you. Okay, stop touching. Okay, Mom. You're making me so overwhelmed. All right, don't touch. Stop touching. Get your hands off. Mom.
I'm going to pull it up.
No, you're not. You can't at this point. Because that's the rules of clay. No. Nope. You're done. You're done.
I don't like it.
Don't touch. We'll go again. You have another. Mom! You have another. Oh, my God. Now you're just going to go for you, right? Do you remember all the rules? Okay, so that was way off center. Start with your left hand. Start with your left hand just pushing in. Don't ever touch the clay before you start the wheel. Oh. Stop fighting. Stop fighting me so much. You're so frustrating.
I don't know. I can't even reach it.
Okay, now let your foot off the wheel. Now pull your foot back.
Oh, why is it going to go so fast?
You're almost there, Mom.
Oh, I got it. Oh, it takes further water. I got it. I got it.
Slowly let your hands off. Slowly, yes. You are pretty. We're gonna call that centered. You can stop touching. Okay, we're gonna call that centered. Okay? You have to make sure your clay's wet and your finger's wet. And remember, start with your index finger and just do the divot.
No. Open. Pull it out.
Okay, yeah, you're good.
Now I pull it out like this.
But do you need water?
Yeah. But I pull it out like
And remember what I told you. You're just completely ignoring me.
I don't remember what you told me.
Listen, okay, look at me then. I'll tell you again. Hook your finger, stick your thumb out.
Oh yeah, that's right.
And pull towards your belly button.
I remember now.
Unbelievable. That's good. That's good, Mom. Mom, that's good.
But
Mom.
it's not right.
What do you mean?
Look, it's 2 layers.
Yeah, because... Stop. Don't touch it. Get your hands off, please.
Why do you get to touch it?
Because I'm fixing it. I'm fixing it.
You don't need to fix it.
I am fixing it. Mom, stop touching. Mother.
I don't know what you're doing. I don't remember what the process because you were screwing me up.
I was... Do you remember the first pull I told you? So stop doing whatever you're doing. You keep going.
Way.
Yes, but what's the first one going to be? Remember?
This.
What is this going to do?
Pull up.
No. What is this going to do?
It's going to hold it.
Straight up and down. Keep these fingers straight.
Okay, straight. And this is good.
But don't push out with this finger. You're pushing all the clay towards that finger. You're pushing out. I feel you pushing out with your hand right now. I'm pushing against you. You are. There you go. Okay.
I need to be wet.
Oh God. Hands off of it.
Oh, Mother of the Lord.
Okay, well stop. No, you can't keep that. That has to come off. So that's when I told you that you can't pinch too hard. So that's what happens when you pinch too hard. But we can save it. What you're going to do is you're going to start in the middle as this wheel's spinning. And you're just going to like slightly pull out. You're going to make a shallow little dish, okay? There you go.
Yeah, there you go. Finally doing something right.
Well, see, the thing is you weren't listening to my words before. Okay, so don't take your hands off the clay that fast. Remember?
I remember. I was trying to...
No. Okay, remember I said don't take your hands off the clay so fast. You have to slowly let go of the clay. You're not going to be able to add too much height because you ripped your walls off before. So I'm going to cut you off. Stop touching your clay. I'm cutting you off. I'm cutting you off. Stop touching your clay. Mother, stop touching your clay. If this is what having kids is like, I don't want to have kids.
Wait.
Don't touch your clay. Good job.
I got it. Don't worry. I
She
know how
just
to do
smushed
this.
it. Ma. Alright. Hopefully this goes a little better. She said, shut up. Okay, so what I did with Mom, I had her start with the smaller one first. So the board's already wet, so I'm not going to have you wet the board. Where's that towel? This should go on your leg over there. Here you go.
Thanks.
Remember, screw yourself as close to the wheel as possible, and you're going to lean over and throw it down. And then, perfect. All right, and then take some water, put some on your clay. And then make sure your hands are nice and wet as well. You're going to want like a lot of water. Like that.
Okay.
And then start your wheel. Okay, and remember, your left hand is going flat on the bat, and you're pushing in towards 1 o'clock. And then your thumb for this one goes right over the center. Yeah, right there, and you're pushing down. You can go all the way. Anytime you feel the clay getting hot is when you add more water. So you're going to have to push more.
Oh, that really goes fast.
Yeah. You have to push forward. Use your shoulder.
Okay.
You're not quite there.
No?
No. Look at your hands.
How do you know?
Look at, you see how your hands are moving? They're
Yeah,
wobbling side to side. That means you're not centered. That's what my hands looked like when I did my demo.
All this crap.
Just swipe it on the side of the bucket right here. Yeah. Great. Okay, so now step 1 was centering. Step 2, you're going to poke. So remember how you make that indent first?
Yes.
With your finger, like this.
Oh, that's right.
Why are you shaking your shoulder?
Did it?
Just, yeah, right in the center. And then you're going to put some water on that clay. Make sure your finger's nice and wet. And then you're going to go down for like 2 or 3 seconds. Mom is livid. She's standing off in the kitchen and she's just glaring.
It made a noise. Was
Okay,
that just the
stop.
liquid?
Don't. Let me see how far you went down. Oh,
I think I went too deep.
Yeah. So you don't really have a bottom. That's okay. I'll fix it.
Can I throw some more clay in
No,
there?
no. Watch here. You can do this instead. Well, I'll do this instead. So I'm putting water, and then I'm just gonna open up
Oh,
this way,
so I went
and
too deep.
then you were touching the bat, and then I'm going to just push some of this clay from the sides down to the bottom, but that's gonna make an air bubble down there, so I have to wait for this thing to like rise up. It's gonna create like a pillar in the middle. You see it starting to form?
Nope. Do we get to close it back up and I
Yeah.
get to try again?
Yeah. So there, that's probably good. Mom is so pressed. She didn't listen. I was getting very frustrated with her, and I kind of felt bad. Mom, I feel bad. I got so frustrated with slamming. So now, just finish opening a little bit. Remember, you put your hook, thumb out. Don't hook all the way. Just hook slightly. Thumb out. And then you're grabbing your thumb, and you're pulling directly towards your belly button. Keep your elbows locked down. Yep. Straight towards you. So you're like 2 or 3 inches wide in the middle. You're going to have to go harder than that. But like...
But if you,
Yeah, it's okay.
I feel like I made it wobbly.
It's okay. It's our first one. It's fine. That's probably good. Get all the water out of the middle there.
With the sponge?
Yes.
Oh.
She's still mean mugging us. Look at her. She's scary. All right. All the water's out. Grab your rib. This.
Oh, yeah.
And you have to compress.
45-degree angle.
This part has to go inside your hand. The long part. Okay, yep, great. And then you hold it straight up and down like this. But it's going to be like the flat sides.
Towards,
Hold on. Like the flat sides facing you like straight on. But yeah, angle it. And this should be level on the bottom. And don't push out. Just push down. You have to push pretty hard. And so, you see, you're creating a divot in the middle, which means that your thing is just angled. This part's just slightly angled down. Like you're just angling it this way. So flatten it. That's good. There, you fixed it. For the most part. Okay, now you can put that back. So now you compressed. Step 5 is pulling. Add water back into your piece. And then now the first pull, remember, you're keeping your left hand on the inside, but it's straight up and down, sturdy like a wall.
My left hand.
Yes, and then this one is pushing the clay. Don't push the left hand out. Keep your left hand straight up and down in there. You're not applying pressure.
Okay.
And then your right hand's going to push the clay into your left hand.
How do you... I feel like I'm not pulling it up, though. Is there a right way, like your left and right hand, like you're saying to do it like that, but is it wrong to do it the other way?
Yeah, because if you do it there, your fingers...
Oh, because of the way the thing is
it's going
spinning.
to build up on your fingers. You're going to gouge into it. So make sure these fingers go down on the bottom here, and you have to kind of pinch very lightly. Elbows. There you go. Here, I can cut that rim off if it's causing you problems. All right, I would slowly let your hands off.
Nope. That was not slow at all.
Okay.
I don't feel like I'm pulling it up very well.
So, okay. Well, first of all, let me show you something. Do you see how this part of the clay is thicker?
It's way thicker.
So that means when you poked your hole, also it wasn't centered all the way, but also when you poked your hole, you poked it a little bit off center.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why that wall slid. So we're gonna have to trim the lip again because it's gonna do the uneven thing. You have quite a bit, so you can remember. Yeah, now the lip's doing that thing again. That was gonna happen anyway.
I just made it really weird.
Okay. So I'm gonna have you stop right there. So what happened is you got real thin right there, and actually I'm pretty sure you sliced through your wall. Let's just see where we're at.
Yeah.
Is it like cut through? Almost. We're gonna leave it. I'm not gonna turn your wheel back around because I don't want it to fly off. We'll fix the shape in a second. So just kind of make more of like a circle. And we'll keep that one so you can see your progress for your second one. I'm probably not going to be able to keep that one. Just being completely honest, it's not going to fire. I mean, we could, but it would just fall apart.
I'm not going to be upset.
Okay.
Okay, we'll go to the second one now. Now this is like all you. I didn't really help you much.
This could be a problem. Okay.
Lean your whole body forward. Down.
Wet it, turn it on, and center.
Yeah. When you center, take your foot off of there. Just to lift your foot straight up. You're gonna need more water. I can hear it.
You could smell my skin burning?
No. Practically. Take your hands off slower than that. Even
Whoa.
though it's not centered right now, you'll throw it off center more when you take your hands off quick. Like that.
Oh.
It's so weird. I see your hairs from your hand like flying into the like they're like being like pulled. It'll be good. Yeah. So now don't take your hands off that fast.
Oh, you're right.
Now you're poking. So remember, you take your index finger, you make the mark first, and then you poke straight down for like 2 or 3 seconds, and then stop your wheel. I'll check your depth. Oof, I almost just stabbed you.
Oh.
You almost just stabbed yourself, but it was my fault because the needle was right there. And then stop your wheel. Well, we have a bottom.
I have a bottom this time. So now
start your wheel like half speed, because that's what we've been doing everything at to start. And then you're gonna need this all water. And then this is where you hook your finger, take your thumb, pull straight to your stomach.
But I got to be all the way down.
Yeah,
right?
so touch the bottom, but don't push.
Oh, I did baby dad. I did baby the father. Yeah, totally baby the father.
Now is when you use your rib tool. Make sure all the water's out of there.
Oh, that's right.
My toes hurt from sitting on my... Like, I'm putting all my pressure on my toes right now. And then really hold this tool tight when you do it.
From here.
Yeah.
Oh, it's not very big, though.
It's okay. You're getting there. Yeah, that's good. Okay. So now you can add water. This floor is such a mess. I still gotta go to the gym tonight. Oh my gosh. I'll clean up when I get home.
Okay, so now...
Now you're pulling. So the first pull, you have your hand on the inside here and the outside.
I'm bad at this.
So the first one, you just slide the clay up into your left hand. Just keep it straight up there. Keep it like a wall, like a brick wall. And you're like, instead of this way, angle them so you're like, but lock your hands so it's all in like your elbows, like back here. But okay, take your hands off the clay. Do this. Yep. So when you do that, keep your elbows locked. And yeah. Yes. I'm gonna look back at this and my instructions are gonna be like, okay, yeah, no, like, yeah, no, like, you know when I'm like, yeah. That's literally all my instructions are gonna be. Is that how it's felt? Oh, don't take your hands off that fast.
See, I would rather be going faster. I feel
those centrifugal force will rip your walls apart if it's too fast.
That makes sense.
Had that happen to me a few times. Real proud of a piece. And then it's just takes the one little of the wheel and it goes and it flies across the room and you're like, you have to just like sit there in shock. That really just happened. And you have to awkwardly go pick up all your snivels of clay that's everywhere. Apologize to the people next to you if you got any on them.
This is the part where I don't feel like I'm pulling it up. I feel like I'm just shaving some off.
You start like this, right? You're touching the walls, and then once you pinch, keep your fingers the same way up. Like, don't let the clay move your fingers once you're going up and you're not wet. The clay's grabbing your fingers. Make that dent on there. And then now pinch and go up.
Oh.
Yeah, there was some, yeah, that was good.
It moved.
It moved.
I did something.
Yes. Centering is like the hardest part of it. And then if you don't get that, it kind of just makes everything else more difficult, like tenfold. What was that?
I'm just not locked in.
He's got to lock in.
Well, you said that it's got to be...
No, I know. That's a slang term that the youngins use these days.
Oh.
I'm going to lock in this year and start my YouTube channel. That's how I'm locking in this year. And I'm going to the gym. And I'm trying to go to the gym.
I can see where you could really just like lose yourself in playing around with the
Yeah,
different ideas.
I have had people who come into the shop or into the studio, and right, I'm teaching the class, and they're doing so good. They're on fire, and their piece majestic. And then like they're looking at me, they're like, "How is it?" I was like, "Yeah, that looks really good. Like, I'd keep that." And they're like, "Okay, yeah, I like it too." And then I look back, like a minute later, like I turn around to help somebody else, and then I look back, and it's destroyed. And I was like, "What happened?" They're like, "I just kept going." And I was like, "I told you in the beginning to stop when you're happy with it." It's just the nature of humans. They don't want it unless it's perfect. I also fall trap to that too, though.
Well, I guess I'm not even like more of the discovery of like, oh,
Yeah.
I just figured out how to make this shape or that shape.
Yeah.
Or like, lots
it's
of,
gonna stop.
I got the.
You're going too thin. It's gonna fall. When you so you got the basic clay, what you centered, right? And then what you
Mhm.
opened, you can't really open past how wide you centered it. Otherwise, it gets a little less structurally sound.
Okay.
And then when you pull as well, there's a hinge point in clay where there's a big chunk that's kind of like the corner, like a steel beam in a building, how it keeps the rest of it up.
Mhm.
So it's called the hinge point, and it's at the bottom here. So when you pull too far out, you made that too thin, it'll just then, like the walls will just sink right down. So that almost happened. I would be done personally. What was that? That was an adventure. All right.
Thanks.
Are you all done?
I'm done.
Good job.
It's the best pottery bowl I've ever made.
I'm a mess. This is a mess. The floor's a mess. Everything. Oh. It's splattered all across the room. That's a later problem. It's a later problem. So, to be fair, I really only gave them each like 20 minutes. Bad on my part. Partly my phone's fault because I don't have a lot of storage. We're not going to talk about it. Normally in a class, my students have like an hour and 15 to work on their stuff. Hour 20. But this was fun. They both made pretty good stuff, actually. Like they both of them had one that didn't work out, and both of them had one that actually looks really good. It's like the same thing. It's just one's a little bigger and one's a little smaller, and that's just because of the amount of clay that they had to begin with. But like, they did really well, actually. Yeah, I'm very surprised. I'm very proud of them. They did awesome. So, don't you think you did good? He just giggles. I'll probably make a more in-depth video of just the demo part, showing you actually how to do it in the first place. But that was today. That was our lovely experience. So, I hope you have a good rest of your day. Thank you for watching, and I hope the sun shines brightly for you.